Hi, my name is Donna Gambino, and I'm going to be guiding you today in a workout using the weighted hula hoop. This interval training class will take you through a basic hula hooping and also mat Pilates using the hoop. This workout requires breath control, core strength, precision, coordination, balance, and focus. And most of all, it's a lot of fun. So today we're going to be using the 3-pound weighted hoop. So let's grab your hoops and let's get started. Okay, so now we're on the mat. Today we have demonstrating Wendy, Shannon, and Kelly. They're all going to help show you the miracles of hooping and how much fun it is. They're very talented in their hooping skills. So we're going to start with hooping, and the way we start hooping is to stand nice and tall. We're going to use all our Pilates principles. And you're going to take your right hand and push the hoop into your waist to start. Then start moving your body. So don't try to start the hoop by spinning your hips, okay? Just push it in, let the hoop start its rotations naturally, and then you can start hooping. Okay, you're going to do all your Pilates principles. So you want your hips and feet about shoulder width apart. You want your pelvic floor lifted. You want your belly in and up, your shoulders drop down and back, the base of your head over your tailbone, and you want to be nice and tall while you're maintaining this core control to hoop, hoop, hoop. When you are hooping, you can also go the other way. So if you're a dominant hooper to one side, you can always switch it and go the other way. So that's really up to you once you start. It's best to go your dominant way first, and then when you get talented with that, then you can switch. All right, so again, your posture tends to wander as we're hooping, so make sure you're always checking and making sure. So let's slow your hoop down, and let's bring it to standing here again now to continue our warm-up and go into a little standing cat stretch and a little hamstring bonus here. All right, so you're going to be up nice and tall, have your feet about hip width apart, and you're going to roll your hoop out in front of you as you peel your body away from that imaginary wall and reach out. Kelly's got a little bit of tightness in her hamstrings, so she's softening her knees so she can get that nice extended back. You're going to inhale there. Exhale, fire that pelvic floor, tuck your tailbone under, roll it all the way up to standing through the crown of your head. Get that book to bounce on your head again. Inhale. Exhale, peel it down, lengthening out through the spine. Make your sit bones, better known as the tail lights, aim towards the back wall. Good, inhale. Exhale again, tuck under, rounding it back up. Good. And now let's come down to the mat. We're going to go into a little breaststroke prep here. Get those back extensors working. We're using them a lot during the hooping to keep our posture nice and controlled. Okay, the hoop's going to be over the back of you. You're going to have your forearms on the floor, but your hoop is going to rest on your forearms. Arms at about a 90-degree angle, so elbows are bent, lined up with your shoulders. Belly's pulled in nice and tight. Let's inhale to lift your body up off the mat and lift the hoop along with it. And then exhale, lower it down. Inhale, fill those ribs with air, you lift the body. And then exhale, lower it down. If you want it, Wendy and Kelly are going to take it up a notch, and they're going to reach the hoop. So you're going to inhale to lift. They're holding the hoop now. They just changed their hand position. Reach the hoop forward, draw it back in, and lower it back down. Good. Inhale to lift, lengthening out through the crown and the toes. Reach the hoop away, draw it back in, and lower everything down. Good. And sit back into your heels. Stretch out just a little bit in that low back. Good. And you're going to round yourself up to sitting now. Come onto your backs now for your 100, the traditional Pilates exercise, using the hula hoop, which I don't know if Joseph Pilates had the opportunity to use a hula hoop. So you're going to put your toes on the front edge of your mat, or on the front edge of your hoop, and just curl them around like a bird claw. Okay? Your arms are going to be out in front of you with your palms on top of the hoop, because we're going to be pumping the arms up and down. The hoop's going to be moving there. Nod your chin, lift up your head and shoulders. You can keep bent knee, or you can straighten your legs into a nice long position. Belly's pulled in. All right, keep that tailbone pressed down, ribs drawn down, and we're going to begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Keep that belly in nice and tight. Don't let the toast pop out of the toaster. Good, and one last time. Inhale. And exhale. Good, reach it all, and then bend it all in and lower it down. Of course, we would do 10 sets here. Just for time purposes today, we're doing just a short set. You're going to come right back up to standing for this interval training, because interval training is about coming down to the mat and coming back up, coming down to the mat, and keeping that heart rate up and down, up and down. You're going to start hooping again. This hooping section now is going to challenge you to use your balance control, and as well as your core. Okay? So we're going to take your right foot, and we're going to put it in the front, and have your big toe just resting on the ground. And see now if you can continue to hoop. We just changed your weight-bearing status now, so it's a little bit harder to hoop. Bring that leg in, and let's switch to that left side. Belly's pulled in and up. You can have your arms out to the side. You can have your arms on your shoulders, wherever's comfortable for you to do this. Good. Bring that leg back in. And now bring back to that right toe. And if you feel you are controlling very well, you can lift that right toe right up off the floor. Keeping that hip going. Now it's even more of a challenge for your balance. Good, bring it back in. Let's try that left leg. Very good. Bring your legs down and then slow your hooping down. And let's come down to the mat again for a little coordination, like that wasn't enough for you. So we're going to come down, we're going to use, do an exercise called coordination, which is from the reformer work, and you're going to have your legs now at tabletop position inside your hoop. Okay, so they're not touching the hoop. You're going to lower the hoop down because we're going to be doing little shoulder presses here. Okay, now nod your chin, lift up your head and shoulders. Okay, you're frozen there now, you're not going to move. Okay, tummy is in nice and tight. All right, so you're going to inhale, reach your arms, reach your legs. Exhale, open and close your legs, touch inside the hoop. Bend your knees back in and lower your arms down. Good, inhale to reach everything. Exhale, open and close your legs. Good, inhale, pull the knees in. Exhale, lower the arms down. Good, and last time, reach. Open and close. Good, bend the knees in and lower everything down. Great, lower the heads down, take a nice breath. We're going to go into scissors now, which is a traditional mat exercise. You're going to have your right toe on the hoop. Your left leg is reaching. Your arms are reaching to the ceiling. Now, to start this exercise, give yourself a nice big hamstring stretch. So pull that right leg towards you. Reach the arms overhead. Now you're going to press your right foot down into the hoop. Bring your head up and switch legs and lower back down. So you're lifting and lowering. Good, and lift, tight tummies, and lower. Your gaze is towards your toes, and lower. And let's do one more, lift, and lower. Good, and bend those knees in, and bring everything down. Head can come down. Good, let's switch now into shoulder bridge. So you're gonna take your hoop, put it underneath in your low back. I love this as a teacher because this really helps to keep those pelvises from wandering around and dropping. So you're going to have your hoop supporting your low back. So find just the top of your pelvic crests in the back and put the hoop there. You're going to exhale, lift up your pelvis, okay, and keep the hoop connected to your back and keep the back of your arms on the mat, okay? You got a nice tight connection in your glutes, all right? Let's bend your right leg in, straighten it up, and touch the front of your hoop. Now flex your leg and lower it down, and point your toe and lift it back up, and lower it down, and lift up, and one more, lower it down. Lift up, bend your knee, place it back down on the mat, fold your left leg in, straighten it up to the front, and flex down, point up, flex down, point up, and flex down, point up, fold it in, and place it down, and then lower everything back down. Good. And then take your hoop out from underneath you. And let's jump back up because it's time for more hooping. So this time now we're going to just get the hoop started, and then we're going to mix it up a little bit. This is really fun to do with music, so if you're at home, you know, pop in your iPod and start dancing. Everybody's going to turn and face the right. Okay. And now take your right foot in front of you, so staggering those legs, toe up or foot or heel down, it's up to you. And we're going to do a little pelvic tuck. So I want you to feel the pelvis tucking underneath you to get this contraction, rather than the swirling motion you usually get when you're hooping. Okay. If you want, you can add a little arm movement in. There you go. And then let's very slowly rotate towards the other side, face the other way, switch legs. Very nice, girls. Drop the shoulders down, neck is long, bellies are in nice and tight. Good, and now let's face front. We're going to go into a little Latin hip here, so you're going to touch the toe front, touch the other toe, and just keep alternating. Good, if you want to add a little bit more oomph into it, you're going to add that Latin arm and that Latin hip. Very good. Good, and let's start slowing down the hoop and bring it to stop. Bring your hoop to the right side of your body, and let's do our standing swimming. So a little standing Pilates here. All right, so find your base of support again. Weight is in your heels, base of the head over the tailbone. We're going to roll the hoop away as we reach. So we're going to reach it out. 1, 2, 3, that left leg lifts, and then roll it back in. And let's do that again, and reach. Tummy pulls in and up, and pull it back in. Now we're going to lift the hoop as you reach. So lift, 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 and bring it back in. And one more time, lift, 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 bring it back in. And let's switch sides. Starting with our rolling, we're going to roll it away. 1, 2, 3, good, and in, and again, and bring it in. And now for lifting, reach, 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 lower it down, and one more time. And lower it down and bring your hoop right around to the front here for a little standing mermaid. You can take your legs a little bit wider if you want for this one. You're going to be up nice and tall again. Inhale, let's lift that left arm up. Reach that right arm underneath you. Roll the hoop away. Good. Inhale, lift it on. And then exhale, let's go over the other side. So I hope you had fun and enjoyed this workout. The hoop can challenge you to a whole new level of Pilates core control. I just love it for all my classes. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on the mat.